stained the CV by joining Tunisia when they were drowning in the World Cup.
And they continued to drown.
And they continued to drown. And they couldn't even get a win. But he's still a highly sought after coach who has big and great history when it comes to African football, having won 2 AFCONs himself, one with Zambia, one with Ivory Coast. So he will definitely be one of the options available if Carlos Queiroz does not stay with the Black Stars. But as it stands, he has not resigned yet. The contract is still in effect until August, and then discussions would be had between the GFA and himself, and then the ministry and himself to see what the way forward is.
So who possibly, because I've heard you mention Hervé Renard, is that like the name that everybody's looking forward to? Or, I mean, this is a GFA. You never know, do you?
Yeah, that's the name that the public would like to take over the role because of the pedigree that he has, the experience that he has, the fact that he's a winning coach, and all of that. I think he would tick every single box that the GFA hiring committee,
in terms of the qualifications that they have never followed to make appointments.
The qualifications that they put there, Hervé Renard ticks every single box. So he's definitely one to look at. I think the concern would be how much you pay him, because
he's a very expensive coach.
Yeah, he took a lot of money from Saudi. I'm sure he took a lot too from Tunisia as well, even for a short period. His stocks rose so high that now he can demand a lot more than.
There's a coach that beat Argentina at the 2022 World Cup.
Yes, he is. And I mean, Ghana's range when it comes to salaries, I think Otto was receiving about $50,000 per month. Carlos Queiroz is around $100,000. For someone like Hervé Renard, he would demand more.
150 possibly?
Oh yeah, he would demand more. He would demand possibly up to that figure. And so the problem will be whether the government and the GFA will be willing to...
Because it's the government that pays.
Yeah, the government that pays. Whether GFA will be willing to hire, that's one. Whether the government will be willing to pay that kind of money, that's two. So if that is... And also, Queiroz too might demand more himself, because he led Ghana past the group stages of the World Cup. If you're going to give him a longer term contract, he has more or less, he has all the cards.
But the concern is the brand of football, whether or not he fits into the... there's a working document the GFA has about the type of football we should play. Agro ball.
Yes.
That's what we call it.
Yes. But that working document, I don't know, really.
Rubbish?
The thing is, I've not seen its implementation. That's the point. So, like, for a document like that, you are supposed to see it from basically the youth level up onto the senior national team level, where they play similar styles, they look at profiles who fit those styles, and they execute that way.
Everything is just haphazard.
So, like, for the Spanish national team, you know how they play, and it translates from the youth team up onto the senior team. That is why De La Fuente easily slotted into the senior team as head coach, although he was coaching the youth team, and he was able to win the Euros with the senior team because their style is literally similar throughout. But it's not the same here in Ghana. Our head coach plays more defensive. The youth coaches, some of them play very offensive. And so there's not that balance in there. I hope that the GFA really looks at it. If they want to go defensive, they should do it across. If they want to go offensive, they should do it across. And that would inform whether they keep Carlos Queiroz or not. But to be honest, Carlos Queiroz has made Ghana a better defensive side. That was something that was worried under Otuado. Austria saw Ghana and gave Ghana 5-1 with cheeky ease, you see. So if Queiroz has made Ghana more defensively solid, I think he's made a case there. But definitely he would have to also make his case on the offensive side if he is given the job on a more permanent basis.
World Cup, I think I was joking about Ronaldo's exit, but yesterday, a number of games, Spain beat Portugal by a 1-0. There was a thumping or a thrashing of the US by Belgium. I was very surprised. I expected the US to be all over Belgium, but it didn't quite turn out that way. The last round of 16 games are today, but let's first talk about the fixtures yesterday. It was a very disappointing game, Portugal versus Spain. Very down, a lack of... I mean, if you watched Mexico-England,
yeah, that was
a complete opposite. That's Portugal versus Spain. But in the end, it was a pretty dying embers winner by Mikel Moreno that did the magic for Spain.
Which club does he play for?
That's none of anybody's business.
I'm just
answer
asking
the question.
No, just answer.
Okay, let's talk.
You mentioned
Belgium.
his name. Which club does
Let's talk USA Belgium now.
Which club does Mikel Merino play for?
I was surprised because after the red card,
why are you switching?
The red card
Which club
turnover.
does Mikel Merino play for?
I'm the one doing this. Why are you asking the question? I don't answer the question. So we're having a conversation about.
Yes, that is why I'm throwing a question to you. Just answer it and continue.
Right. So
which club does Mikel? No, Mawina. Which club does Mikel Merino play for? Mawina, which club?
Give me the World Cup song. So USA Belgium, I was surprised by it. I'll be very honest. I didn't watch that game because I didn't expect it to be so exciting. But 5 goals, it was quite the game.
Yeah, it was quite a game. But before that, even though you didn't want to mention it, Mikel Merino plays for Arsenal. I've mentioned it for you. Are you happy now? Thank you. Anyways, so. I was very surprised, to be honest. But again, there were foreshadowing because Belgium in their previous game, I think the last group game, they showed that they can actually score. They put 5 past their opponents. So that was a bit of foreshadowing. But from what we saw from the USA, the kind of brand of football that Pochettino played, you would have expected that they put more of a fight against Belgium, who... To be honest, if Senegal were a tad more serious, they would have knocked Belgium out of the competition by the round of 32. But then again, some people would think it's just that justice in football because the Balogun fiasco literally almost overshadowed the whole encounter between Belgium and the USA. I feel if it turned out the way where USA won and Balogun scored some way, somehow, would have been absolute war on the footballing war. But I think everything will now calm down because, Belgium exposed USA anyway, got a very comfortable 4-1 victory. But it doesn't take away the fact that this Belgium team are not as great as they used to be.
I'm so disappointed about Senegal.
They are not as great as they used to be. The golden generation is literally gone. And so any serious team that will miss Belgium would absolutely destroy them.
Spain is not looking entirely as serious as we expect.
But they've not conceded a goal in this tournament.
Fair. I mean, they're the only team who are yet to concede at this entire tournament.
So that is something that Belgium must be very wary of.
Because they control the ball really well.
And if Spain switch it on, they really switch it on. That's the thing.
Really well.
Yeah.
And they found very interesting pockets.
Yeah.
It was a very interesting pockets they found, and then it was a quick free kick, and it was just a quick switch on, and then the damage was done. At some point when I was watching the game, I kept asking myself, are these guys serious? Because they get into the Portuguese box, and they are looking for a pass, and nobody's seeking to make that run. And I was watching the game, I was like, this was so disappointing. But Ronaldo's legacy, it will come up in question. I don't think there's a doubt about his legendary status in terms of what he's done for the world of football.
Top 2 in the best of all time. No doubt. Top 2.
Right?
Top 2.
But he's not number 1.
Okay, for you. I think it's a matter of preference, to be honest.
You see, these arguments you guys...
It's a matter of preference. Let's put it that way.
It's not...
Agree to disagree. It's a matter of preference.
I don't agree to disagree.
But it's a matter of preference.
It's not a matter of preference,
I think,
right?
No, to be honest...
I'm not having us get into a Messi Ronaldo argument. I'm talking Ronaldo and how he exits the World Cup. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't question his legendary status in terms of football, but the entire team, questions are asked as to this Portuguese team could and should have done better than they've done the entire tournament. In fact, they've not been brilliant this entire tournament.
The similarity between Belgium's golden generation and Portugal's golden generation is one man. Mauna, who is that one man?
Come again.
The similarity between Belgium's golden generation and Portugal's.
The coach.
What's brutal?
What's his name again?
Roberto Martinez.
Martinez.
What's brutal? See, the kind of talents that are in Portugal, you cannot tell me that you can't get Portugal to fire.
I was very surprised as to, because Rafael Leao was absolutely brilliant in that game against Croatia.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you go into the Spain game and he's on the bench. I'm asking myself, why put him on the bench when he did enough to have him start? And
why sacrifice Vitinha in the second half? Because Portugal's midfield were actually solid.
No, but still, I mean, Spain was still bossing it, but I mean, they could master and pass the ball around a few times,
they
right?
They could hold their own until Bernardo Silva came in, and within the first 2 minutes, yellow card for Bernardo Silva. So
it was a reckless challenge. It wasn't a matter of losing possession. And it was just a reckless challenge. I saw that challenge. It was reckless.
And so that opened up things for Spain. They could play through the middle quite easy. They could play through the middle easily because they knew that Bernardo Silva already had a card. So they can play around him and create. Why sacrifice Vitinha? Roberto Martinez.
For the Roberto Martinez conversation, I don't know why Portugal went in for him. Any other coach, any other coach
should have been better.
And they are automatically title contenders. In fact, going into the tournaments, when I found out they had appointed, I was very surprised. Yeah, because he wasted that Belgium golden generation. The Portuguese golden generation is not done.
It's not.
It's not done. In fact, some may argue one of the biggest bottlenecks or hurdles that had to be crossed could possibly be on his way out. It was a Ronaldo conversation, because in this tournament there's been conversations that do you bench or start him? Do you do this? Should he retire from international football? Right? This team is cut out to do wonders. In fairness, with a better appointment in terms of a coach as well.
The opposing argument to that is yes, they will play better flowing football, but they are finishing.
Gonzalo Ramos has proven he can finish.
Not as good as Ronaldo. If we are being honest, he's not as good as Ronaldo. Even 41-year-old Ronaldo is a better finisher.
What do you do?
That's
play so you can create more chances, so you you score, or you keep the better finisher where the team is not able to create as many.
Yeah, I find it strange that you have a finisher like Ronaldo, but some way, somehow you can't even create for him. It's strange.
And when he goes up, they create and play better.
It's just strange. It's very strange.
That's also
down to the coach, by the way.
And that's the conversations that ought to be had. But
that's also down to the coach.
I'll come back to that, whether or not it's a matter of preference. But today there are two games. You've taken sides already. I suppose you're a Ronaldo fan, and so you're saying,
"Oh, I'm also an African." Are you not an African?
No, I'm not speaking to that. I'm only saying that you're a Ronaldo fan.
Nice
I mean, that's not.
Oh yeah, that's not under debate.
Yeah,
I am.
That's fair.
You are a Messi fan.
No, I like to deal with people the way they should be dealt with. I don't like to mix things up.
Oh, okay.
Right?
You're a Messi fan. I'm a Ronaldo fan.
Yeah, that game, Egypt, is Argentina versus Egypt, right?
Yes.
I like to always put the teams well. That's 4 p.m. today. Yep. African interest still looming large after Morocco. The big question is whether or not Egypt can do it today against title, you can call them title favorites, right? Argentina, because it's not a title, it's a World Cup, right? And then Switzerland versus Colombia as well.
Yeah.
A lot later. That's at 8 p.m. Oh, then I could watch both games today.
Oh, you can.
I could watch both games today. Because there's no late night.
There's no late night
shenanigans.
I'm just sad. I'm just sad that it's not Morocco facing Argentina. I think it would have been a better matchup than Egypt versus Argentina. I would have wanted Morocco versus Argentina.
You think they'll beat them easily, right?
Not easily, but they'll beat them.
Right.
Yes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, Argentina have not entirely impressed.
Yeah, not entirely. But Messi has always been showing up.
And
conserve his energy and finding the net.
And persons argue that Cape Verde game may have exposed them a bit in terms of the press and all of that. But we'll see how that game plays out. Conversations around the game start at 3 p.m.
Yeah. 2:45 actually.
We're live at 2:45 yes. Because of African interest, and so we're building up to it. 2:45 here on TV3. I suspect we'll be live on 3FM as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic. But when it comes to the GOAT debates, no, I have a message from a very distinguished listener. It says his choice for Ronaldo is based on the fact Messi is naturally talented, but Ronaldo is a definition of hard work. That's a fallacy, though.
No.
I have a lot of admiration for those who defy all the odds and make it in life. See his age and what he's still doing. And our man Jordan. Good morning to Council John Baptist Ayeje. He's the one who sends this message. The last thing I'm going to say in relation to this, then I can relieve you, is that there is no preference.
For you?
No, it's not. You see,
for you.
You see, I like to tell my Ronaldo colleagues this, and I say it emphatically.
Don't worry. When
it comes to who the greatest, and dare I say even, we've transcended the GOAT debate. You understand what I'm saying? We've transcended. You are looking for greatest of all time in football. We are speaking about the greatest athlete of all time. You understand? There's a level of difference to the conversation that we have. We've transcended footballing honors and have entered other realms, and that for me speaks to the mark. You can go and be arguing and be saying Euros is on the same pedestal as the World Cup.
I don't agree. I didn't agree
with what you said on that. 3, 4, 7, 6 games and all of that. We're talking about the World Cup. There is nothing, and I can say confidently, that you can put above the Argentine magician. And so it's not a matter of preference. It's a statement of fact. You understand what I'm saying? It's a statement of fact. It's one that you can't stand anywhere and deny. Messi is, was, will be the best thing ever to happen to football. He is God's gift to the world. And through sheer hard work, that has been materialized. Thank you very much for joining us. Phil, let's wrap up the show.
You see, he was.
Phil, are you going to allow us? Are you going to allow us get into the conversation?
To mention which club Mikel Merino.
Mikel Merino plays for Arsenal. We were going into a conversation. You wanted to meander into club football. That's the only reason. That's the only reason why I was not. But Phil, we have to go.
You said whatever you have to say. Let's get to the 1,000 goals. We'll be there. Thank you.